When it comes to armor in Monster Hunter, defenses and resistances are nice, but what you really want are the armor skills. This guide series is going to focus on a progression path you can easily follow for a reasonable build to get you through low rank and high rank. In low rank, progression is fairly linear and there isn't a lot of need to deviate. High rank is much more open-ended and will have many more options for you to explore. High rank builds will focus on decorationless and charmless setups, as those require rare materials and a lot of luck for decorations. You will need to make a choice between alpha and beta gear. Alpha gear has more skills, but sometimes has skills that aren't particularly useful on them. The beta versions usually give up skills for decoration slots. If you don't have decorations, the alpha sets are always better. If you have powerful decorations, the beta pieces are usually the better option, as it will allow for further customization. These builds are reasonably effective and will be sufficient for getting you through the game. You may have skills that you favor on certain weapon types that aren't listed, and you should experiment to learn your playstyle. Your default armor is terrible, and you'll want to upgrade it right away. The easiest thing you can do is just build the entire bone set. This will be mostly beneficial for the headpiece's health boost, granting you plus 15 maximum HP, and the bone chest's attack up, granting you plus 3 attack power. The remaining bone pieces will benefit certain weapon types and not others. The gloves will give Slugger, which is good for blunt weapons like hammer, hunting horn, and file attacks from the charge blade and switch axe. Bone Coil is only good for hunting horn, but it will extend the length of your songs. The Bone Greaves grant Entomologist, which helps prevent you from destroying Vespoids and Hornitars so you can carve them. Regardless of the skills it offers, this set is extremely easy to build and represents a good armor value spike that you should take starting out. Early on, you'll be given an assignment to hunt Kestodons. After carving some, you'll unlock the ability to build Kestodon gloves. Build these for affinity sliding, which gives you a temporary boost to your critical hit rate after sliding for a short period of time. They also have a strong defense boost over bone gauntlets and should be picked up for most weapon types. This set will be enough to tide you over until you hunt Great Jagras. Afterwards, you'll want to look into picking up the Jagras Coil. This provides Fortify, which gives you an attack and defense bonus if your HP reaches 0 and you're carted back to camp. Fortify is a nice bonus for new players, and even veteran players will cart occasionally. It's a good pickup for all weapon types. Then you'll have to hunt Kulu Yaku. You'll want to build both its Kulu male chest armor and the Kulu Greaves leg armor. The chest grants Stamina Surge, which increases your stamina recovery rate. This is a great skill for every weapon type, but certain weapons will benefit much more from it. The Kulu Greaves grant Critical Eye, which increases your affinity or critical hit rate by 3%. This isn't huge, but going from 0 to 3% affinity will actually allow you to perform critical hits, and it will be a significant damage increase. This will be an acceptable set of baseline armor for the next mandatory fights. From here on, though, things will be handled on a weapon-by-weapon basis. There will not be a lot of bowgun specific gear until high rank. Even then, a lot of it is situational. The main loading types for heavy bowgun are Pierce and Spread, and those will be the focus of this guide. You can also pepper in Normal, Slicing, Wyvern Fire, and Cluster, but these different styles won't really emerge until midway through high rank. The base armor set will have to tide you over to take on Pookie Pookie and Baroth. Since heavy bowgun is quite slow and sheathing is slow, you may want to consider the Vespoid Helm for quick sheath over the Bone Helm's health boost. You may also want to consider downgrading to the Bone Mail, since there isn't anything better for a long time. If you're using a shield on your heavy bowgun, you can pick up the Baroth head for guard. Hunt Juratotis, followed by Tobi Kadachi. The Kadachi Helm grants Constitution. It will reduce the amount of stamina dodging will consume. You'll definitely want to build the Kadachi Vambraces for Evade Extender. This will help you reposition faster and easier and has good synergy with Constitution. It will be a great pickup for heavy bowgun. Anjanath is next, and it has a few reasonable offerings for us. The Anja Greaves grant Artillery, which will boost the damage of sticky ammo as well as Wyvern Fire ammo. Depending on your ammo load options, it's not a great pickup, but there won't be much better for a long time, so feel free to stick with the Kulu Greaves for Critical Eye. The Anja Vambraces grant Special Ammo Boost, which will increase the damage on your Wyvern Heart and Wyvern Snipe. You will be trading Evade Extender for Special Ammo Boost, but it will be worthwhile. Once you're in the Coral Highlands, you'll have to hunt Paolumu, but you should deviate and hunt Zetsuyaku. Zetsu Male grants Constitution, reducing your stamina drain while dodging, as well as giving you a reasonable defense increase. You will also gain the option for the King Beetle Thorax for Quick Sheath if you prefer that. With heavy bowgun, Quick Sheath is actually really nice, so that's what I would choose. Then hunt Paolumu as part of the story. You can switch to the Kadachi Helm for Paolumu's hat to trade Constitution for Stamina Surge. Both will have similar performance, but the Lumu hat will have superior defenses. You can also pick up the Lumu Coil for Divine Blessing if you find yourself taking a lot of damage. Head down to the Rotten Vale, finish off Radaban. If you're using a lot of sticky ammo, you can pick up the Bond Helm for Slugger. This increases the potency of the knockout effect on sticky shots to the head. You can also pick up the Bond Coil for Guard if you're using a shield. Then hunt Legiana. Since there isn't much better at this point, you may want to consider the Legiana Mail for Evade window, which slightly increases your iframes while dodging. Next is Odogaron. Pick up its coil for Critical Eye. If you want more upgrades, you can also pick up the Greaves Trading Artillery for Quick Sheath. This will be a reasonably nice pickup for Heavy Bowgun, then move on to hunt Rathalos and Diablos. You're so close to high rank here that you may want to avoid farming and just move on. Of course, this is an idealized armor guide. Rathalos has good gear. Pick up Rathalos' Helm for attack up. Then build the Mail for Weakness Exploit, giving you a massive affinity bonus while attacking weak points. The 3-piece bonus won't be useful on Heavy Bowgun since you'll prefer to use spread or piercing rounds instead of elemental shots. Unfortunately, Weakness Exploit isn't the best skill for the pierce style since you will frequently miss weak points by going through the whole body. It's by far and wide the best option available here despite that, however. Build these pieces if you want, but it's time to move on to high rank. High rank finally introduces us to some options. There's a lot of upgrades available now, and you can immediately go and hunt high rank versions of everything in low rank. The easy answer is that anything that worked for you in low rank will work here while providing additional skills and high rank defenses. This guide assumes you have no useful decorations. As such, the beta gear is simply worse than the alpha gear as it loses skills for decoration slots. If you have decorations, consider the beta versions of some pieces, otherwise stick with alpha. The same goes for charms, and this armor guide is charmless. Go ahead and pick up whatever charms you see fit, like attack, critical eye, or even evade extender. The Kulu headpiece alpha should be picked up immediately for a second stack of weakness exploit. It has excellent synergy with the Rathalos Mail provided you're using spread or normal style. Weakness exploit isn't great on pierce, so you'll have to look for some alternatives. You can pick up the King Beetle Helm beta for evade window, which will give you more forgiving dodges. The Bone Mail grants attack level 2, and it's a more consistent pickup for pierce. You can also pick up the King Beetle Thorax beta for quick sheath if you prefer that. Another alternative is to use the Anja Mail Alpha for Marathon Runner and Special Ammo Boost. Any of these should be picked up at your discretion. If you're primarily using spreads, slicing, or normal shots, you should probably stick with the low rank Rathalos chest for weakness exploit. Then you'll want to pick up the Bone Vambrace's Alpha for attack and slugger. Alternatively, you can also pick up the Anja Vambrace's Alpha for special ammo boost. Your final option is to pick up the Kadachi Vambraces for evade extender. Any of these will be viable options, and it's really just a matter of preference and playstyle. The Kulu Greaves Alpha grant item prolonger and critical eye, which will be a nice pickup for any style. You won't have a lot of waist armor options for a while. If you like quick sheath, you can pick up the King Beetle Electra Alpha. You can stick with the low rank Odogaron coil otherwise. That should make you adequately prepared to take on the higher tier monsters of high rank. If you're using spread, hunt Laviasoth as soon as you enter the Elder's Recess to build the Laviasoth Greaves beta for a bonus to your spread shots. This should be considered a must build for that style. Odogaron's set is a reasonable choice. The set bonuses will not be useful on heavy bowgun, but it provides a lot of critical eye. You can pick up the Coil beta for critical eye since you won't use speed sharpening, and the Greaves for quick sheath and critical eye, provided you're not using spread. The next big set is the Rathalos set. The 2-piece set is Critical Element, which you won't be able to utilize effectively on heavy bowguns. For Pierce, you'll want to pick up the Rathalos Helm for attack up. You can pick up the Rathalos Mail Beta for weakness exploit on other styles, but it won't be that good on Pierce. For spread, you can stay with the Kulu Headpiece Alpha and just pick up the Rathalos Mail Beta for maxed out weakness exploit. Finally, if you're using normal shots, hunt Black Diablos for the Diablos Nero Greaves Beta to increase the damage of normal shots. With this, you'll be extremely well prepared to take on the remaining bosses of the game. You can hunt Azure Rathalos to upgrade further. The Wrath Soul Helm Beta gives critical boost and 2 decoration slots. It's your choice between the Rathalos Helm Beta and the Wrath Soul Helm Beta. For spread, you'll want to pick up the Wrath Soul Mail Beta for free element ammo up. This may not be useful now, but you will want level 3 ammo up incorporated into your final set. For Pierce, you'll definitely want to pick up the Wrath Soul Coil Alpha for piercing shots, giving you a significant damage bonus to all your piercing ammo. This should be considered a must build for piercing style. These sets will be adequate for everything else in the game. Everything after this is just a matter of customization and preference once you get access to better charms and decorations. The Elder Dragon sets are usually safe bets, but won't necessarily be better or worse than this, just different. Nergigante's set is a great general purpose set. It has maximum might, which gives you a 30% affinity increase while at maximum stamina. This works really well on heavy bowguns since you won't use stamina for attacking. It's a very consistent affinity increase on all monster parts, not just their weak points, which is very beneficial for piercing. It also has Agitator, which is a very high uptime of increased attack and affinity. Then it has attack and stamina surge to round it out. It's a good general purpose set that's easy to build. Nergigante's Dragon King Eye Patch has Weakness Exploit level 2 and a tier 3 decoration slot, making it a great pickup for spread, and it will free up your chest armor for the Wrath Soul Male Beta for free element ammo up. Kirin has some good pieces for bowguns. You can get free element ammo up on several pieces, which gives you the ability to load more on your magazine. This obviously means you spend more time shooting and less time reloading. This is most useful for spread, as the loading options are low compared to Pierce. Pick up the Kirin Legguard's Beta for level 2 free element ammo up. Xeno'jiiva's set has a great bonus of Razor Sharp Spare Shot. Spare Shot makes it so sometimes you won't consume ammunition when you shoot. It's a great skill, and the only way to get it is from 3-piece Xeno'jiiva. Since you can stockpile so much Pierce and Spread shots, this is mostly useful for ammo types that have low capacity, like Cluster or Wyvern Fire. Once you get access to Piercing and Spread Power Shot decorations, you'll be able to free up your waist and leg armor for more options. Your main goals will be to get a free element ammo up maxed out, and spread shots and as much attack power and affinity boosting skills like Weakness Exploit and Critical Boost as possible. Pierce is the same, but you'll want to emphasize consistent affinity like Maximum Might and Standard Critical Eye over Weakness Exploit. Also, picking up Special Ammo Boost will be a nice bonus for any style.